Hello, my friends. This is my very scuffed, very quiet, because it's 10:30 at night and I don't want to wake up my family. Kind of tutorial, basically more common ground tutorial of Phasmophobia. So I know, Katie, that you're going to be trying this for the first time in the next week or two, and it's a hard game to get into, but it's very fun and it's very manageable for new players. So I'm gonna do my best to explain to you guys how the game works. Very basics. I don't want to go too in depth because I could go on for hours, but I'm trying to keep this as short as it can be while giving you the most out of it. So I currently have 448 hours on Steam. However, on GeForce, which is what I used to use before I got a PC, there's probably about 300 or another 400 hours on that. So I'm pushing 1,000 hours in this game. I have a decent idea of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna load into the game and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so loading up Phasmophobia. This is the screen you're gonna be wetting it. You might have some pop-ups here and there that are like, yeah, epilepsy, whatever, and welcome to Phasmophobia or whatnot. But for the most part, this is the main lobby. It is a warehouse, which has a little room in there. The truck that you're going to be seeing a lot. There's some games up here, I'll show you. This is very useless, by the way, but you got basketball, cornhole, whatever, golf, Jenga. Oh, hold on, 69, 69. Let's make it 700. Yeet. I missed. Shit, hold on. Yeet. Alright, yeah, I'm not good enough. But yeah, this is the lobby. Over here you have your trophies, which, yes, actually perfect for PlayStation. These are called trophies, so any achievements that you get will be displayed as a little keepsake in the lobby. So these are all the ghost types that you can discover. That's the same, and then these are specific ones like getting a perfect game, dying within the first 2 minutes, the apocalypse challenge, which you guys will never touch unless you continuously play the game. Escape artist, taking all challenges, whatever. Not very important. Here you've got your event-specific trophies, which I've missed too, I will admit, but we've got Holiday 2022, we've got Winter's Jest, Blood Moon, which is going to happen again by the time you guys play, so that'll be interesting. I'll explain. Ask a future Sean what the difference is, and he'll explain it. I'm not doing it right now. And then you've got your cursed possessions, you've got your summoning circle, your voodoo doll, your Ouija board, haunted mirror, tarot cards, music box, monkey paw, and then you have all of your bones, which I'll explain what all these mean in the game. Behind this counter you've got all your items that you will be using in your investigations. There's 3 of each item. There's this new system that they added. It's not new, but anyway, they've got 3 items or 3 tiers per item. So this is the thermometer, like this one. Yeah, this is like a house thermometer or a room thermometer. Then you've got a person thermometer. You stick it on your forehead and whatever. And then the fancy smanchy one. Every single item in the game has tier 1, 2, and 3, progressively getting better. Again, the camera. You've got Max Caulfield's Polaroid for the tier 1. You've got your your normal hip 2000s, 2010s camera here, and then you've got your photography camera. That's kind of the gist of things. Again, I'll explain it more when I go in. Coming over here, you've got the main menu. Phasmophobia, of course. You've got your name, your rank in the top right. Character customization is coming out, so be excited for that. For now, though, you will have to use just pre-made characters. I'm just using this guy because whatever. So yeah, you've got your level. The Roman numerals at the start refer to your prestige. Prestige is a thing that you can optionally do when you reach level 100. You can prestige, reset all your items, but you get a cool little badge or whatever. So currently I am prestige 7, level 26, meaning that I am level 726 as at the time of this recording. About to level up actually. Some customization here. You've got your prestige badges. So prestige 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm currently on 7. I don't like this one though, so I don't use it. However, you've got your special badges. So these are doing stuff like events and specific challenges. So you've got the completionist, which is to get every achievement in the game. You've got your apocalypse, which I'm going to ignore because, believe me, I don't want to talk about it. Holiday 2022, this specific one, which is a map specific one. Same with this one and this one. And then the veteran, which I actually don't know what that is, but I have it. You've got the Twitch drop one, which are new. This is from an event. This is from Christmas, and this is from Halloween. Currently, though, I'm using this one because I think it's cool. Anyway, moving on from that, you've got your single player. Of course, this game is a 1 to 4 co-op horror game where you go into an investigative site, and there is one of many ghosts that will be in the site, and you have to discover what the ghost is using items, equipment, their behaviors, stuff like that. You can die, unfortunately. I hate to break it to you guys, you can die in this game, but we ball. But yeah, single player, multiplayer training. If you guys want to do training, by all means. It's kind of shit though, to be honest. You're better off just playing the game and learning. And then you've got your daily tasks, your weekly tasks, normal video game stuff. Your settings, this is just, your credits. Kinetic Games, very small dev team, by the way, just like to point that out. Anyway, moving on. On your left, you've got all of the contract locations. I actually have to do this and then this. Oh shit, wait, I have to load in. Alright, I'm going to press single player anyway. So this is your lobby screen. So it looks slightly different in multiplayer, but not really. Basically what you have here is you've got map selected, so I'll go to this first. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 maps that you can play. Some are small, some are medium sized, and some are large. For the most part, we will be playing on small maps. However, we are going to play a few medium and large maps just to give us the full horror experience from Phasmo, because it is a lot more scary and a lot more fun playing on bigger maps. However, it's much harder. So we'll get to that point. But yeah, anyway, selecting any of these contracts will make it appear up here. The name of the contract is here, so we are going to go to 6 Tanglewood Drive, and their difficulty. So there is a few base difficulties. You've got armature, which I'll explain what these are very briefly. Basically, you've got a long time before the ghost will actually attack you. The hunts, which is the phase in which the ghost is actively looking for you and can kill you, that doesn't last as long. And then if you die, you can regain half your lost equipment. Don't worry about equipment, that's on me. I got this sorted. Don't worry about that. Intermediate, basically what I just said, except slightly less lenient, and basically that's what it is. It gets slightly less lenient until you get to Nightmare and Insanity. Now, we will not be touching either of these two modes, so I'm not even going to explain it, but they're very hard. Even I struggle with them. For the most part, we will be playing on Intermediate to give you guys a mix of challenge, leniency, but also getting okay-ish money, because at the bottom here, the harder the difficulty, the more money you get. So on Intermediate, if you were to go in there and get $100, it times it by 1. 100 times 1 is 100, so you're not getting extra bonus, you're getting $100. Same with this. Intermediate is 2 times, so if you go in, make $100, you're getting $200, and this $300, etc., etc. For this demonstration, I have made a custom difficulty, which basically makes the ghost pretty much useless against me, but this is just for demonstrative purposes. Anyway, moving on, you'll have a ready up thing here, normal game stuff, and then you've got the truck. So these are the list of every item in the game: dots projector, EMF reader, flashlight, writing book, spirit box, thermometer, ultraviolet light, video camera, crucifix, firelight, headgear, incense, igniter, motion sensor, parabolic microphone, photo camera, salt, sanity medication, sound recorder, sound sensor, and a tripod. If you guys look at this specific list here, the evidence items to actually discover what the ghost is end at video camera. So from video camera upwards is what you will be mainly using to determine what the ghost is. Everything under that is to do some extra tests or to help yourself. So let's just say extra tests would be the parabolic microphone. There's some ghosts that interact with that, but then you've got the crucifix, which is just protection, so you have less chance of dying. I'll explain what these items do when I load into the match, but for the most part, that's the lobby screen. You've got the shop here. You guys won't be doing much with this because I have the stuff. You've got the shop. You buy all your equipment here, so all the equipment I just named out are on this screen here, and you've got the tier 1, 2, and 3 version of each. However, problem is I made this demonstration at a bad time. I recently prestiged, so I don't have everything unlocked, so what you're seeing isn't everything, unfortunately, and I do apologize with that. You'll have to forgive me, but I'll demonstrate as much as I can. You've got your equipment loadout, so everything that you see on the board there is added to the truck from this screen. Again, you guys don't need to worry about it because I'm going to do it anyway. Character customization coming soon. Ooh, excited. Anyway, let's load into a game. I don't know if my recording paused. Did it pause? Probably didn't pause. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong one. Yeah, it's continuing to not pause. That's great. Um, okay. If that didn't pause, I'm sorry. That was kind of awkward, but we continue. Anyway, we are in a game. So first of all, the truck that I pointed out in the lobby is right here. This is the truck. Every item that I had on that board is set up like this. Everything is in order. There's a few things of each. Now, obviously, there's 4 players. There won't be 4 items for everyone, so you'll have to split and share. However, you can guarantee that there is 4 flashlights, so no one's going to be left in the dark. Anyway, let's run through the truck, and then I'll get to the items, and then I'll actually go into the location and explain some stuff. Firstly, right here is a timer. Now, since you guys are new, you're going to be seeing this timer. Basically, this means that we have about 60 seconds when we go into the location to set up before the ghost starts actually interacting. Now, we're not going to die at the end of the 1 minutes. However, the ghost technically doesn't exist for 60 seconds, so we're 110% guaranteed safe when we go in there for 60 seconds. Not that important. You're not even going to notice this. Second of all, you've got the CCTV. So this specific house is a small map. There's only one camera outside. It's useless. This camera is useless. It doesn't show anything. It's outside. The ghost is gonna go outside. As you see, it says no input, no input, no input. That's the cameras that you can put down. Or not. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm wrong. That's the extra cameras in the location. Now, obviously, this one has one, but let's just say the high school map has 16. So you can check all the cameras from this tab, the CCTV cameras tab. You can pan them left and right. You can zoom. Cool. Video cameras. Now there's no input at all here because there's video cameras in the truck next to me, and you have to put them down, and you can monitor them safely from the truck, and they will appear here. There's 4 cameras available to you, and you can put them anywhere facing whatever direction, and you'll get a live video feed of the ghost, of your other investigative friends, everything that goes on. You'll see through these cameras. You guys, I'm expecting to be pass or truck princesses. Now, truck princesses is a very funny term. It basically just means that people too scared to play the game properly will sit in the truck and look at the cameras and watch everyone else do everything. Don't worry if you guys are like that. Honestly, it's funny as shit. Um, but yeah, that's where you do it. And then head cameras. Again, you're not going to see these much, but there's cameras that you can mount to your head. And let's just say you, Katie, if you're in the location with a head cam on, I can watch your head cam, basically what you're seeing from the truck on the screen. Cool, that's the cameras. Next up, these are the daily tasks. You can check them in game, and then you've got the investigator board. The investigator board consists of a few things. First of all, your case number. So this is slightly wrong, because it reset at one point in 2023, but I have done 1,601 games of this up until this point. It's probably more than 5,000 though. Just point that out there. The ghost gets given a random name, just for whatever sake. In this case, we've got Joseph Harris, and responds to everyone. Now, this one is kind of confusing to explain, but not really. There is an item called the spirit box where you speak into it, you ask questions to the ghost, and if it has spirit box as an evidence, it will respond to you. This means that when you're in the room with the ghost, if it says responds to everyone, then it doesn't matter who's in the room, the ghost will respond to you. If it says responds to people who are alone, it means that whoever's holding the spirit box has to be in the room by themselves. That's basically what that means. Moving on, you've got 3 optional objectives. Now, these are displayed as optional objectives, but they're kind of mandatory if you actually want to play the game properly. Doing so rewards you with extra money, which rewards you with extra items, cool, stuff like that. So in this one, we've got capture 2 unique paranormal sounds with a sound recorder. You've got capture 3 unique videos with a video camera, and then cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. Cool. Next up, we've got the map. So on here, you will see a bird's eye view of a grid layout of the map. It doesn't matter what map it is, you'll see it on the screen. This shows, obviously, the map itself, but it also shows your friends where they are. So if I was to walk in right now on the screen, it will show a little dot depending on what colour I am, which I'll get to in a sec, and you can see where your friends are, you can see where everything's going on, where you need to bring stuff. Cool. This little green little mark right here just shows where the breaker is, or the fuse box, and by the difficulty we'll be playing on, it will start off, so we need to find this, and you can use that using the map, and it will turn the lights on. You've got the up and down arrows. This map has 2 floors. It's got the floors. Some will have one, some will have two, some will have 12. It doesn't matter. Use these arrows to flick through the floors. You've got your sound recorders, which are these things right here. You put these microphones down, and you can listen to what they're listening to through the truck right here. They say offline because I haven't put any down, but it will show where it is, how much noise it's making, and what's making the noise, and a percent of volume. Right here you've got the activity chart. Right now it's flatlined at 0 because I have not opened the door. So the ghost right now, because I haven't opened the door, is inactive. There's currently no ghost in the game with me. However, the more the game goes on, this activity will start to spike. It will go, if it throws a book across the room, it might go to a 3, or if it, attacks someone, it might go to a 9. However, when it is hunting, which is the phase, again, where the ghost can kill you, where it's searching for the players, it will spike to a 10 and remain consistently at a flat line 10. So if you're in the truck and your friends are inside and you see this has gone to a 10, maybe they might have noticed. So you want to talking to walkie-talkie, hey guys, the ghost is hunting, so everyone knows to hide. I will get to walkie-talkies on voice chat and hiding in a moment. And then here you've got your sanity. So currently I'm alone, Sean from Ireland, that's my name. I am the red colour. So sanity, basically it's like an indirect life health bar type thing. The lower this is, the more the ghost is active, the more it's pissed off, and when it reaches below a certain point, the ghost can hunt. So right now, no ghost except for one, which I will not explain because that will take too long, but just ignore that. Except for one ghost, no ghost can kill me right now. My sanity is too high, they can't hunt. They're not allowed to hunt. Some are allowed to hunt at 80, some are 60, most are 40. Some are 30, some are less, some are in the middle. It's confusing, but basically think of this as a health bar. When it starts to get low, be concerned. You've got a team average. Now, the ghost will decide when to hunt based on the team average, not individual players. With an exception, again, I'm not going to go into it, but let's just say we've got Sean from Ireland and we've got Drew. Sean's on 100, Drew's on 50, so the average is 75%. And that's what the ghost based off. So Drew could be at 0% and I could be at 100, and we're averaging 50, and we could be fine. So it's a life bar, but you're mostly looking at the average. Cool. Right, moving on to the items. Well, you've got the key here. I'll just open the truck. So you've got the key. You need this to open each location. It spawns right here. You just pick it up. Bam. You press this to open the truck, and this will start to open like any normal truck. Items. We're going to go through this very fast, so try to keep up with me if you can. You've got your 4 video cameras. You place these down to check for ghost orbs, and you can put a live feed. Tripods, fairly self-explanatory. You pick this up, put it on the tripod, makes it easier to see. You've got the dots projector, which displays a little green dot that the ghost will do an apparition through if it has dots projector as an evidence. This is the tier 1 dots. Again, I don't have all the great items because I recently prestiged, so bear with me. Some items will look better than this and will work better than this. Here you've got the tier 2 flashlight. This is just a flashlight. You can hold it in your hand, turn it off and on, and it's also the only item that works when you're not holding it. So if I switch item, bam, it's still on, and I can toggle it. How did I do it actually? I think I changed my keybinds. I'll have to go through that. You've got the ghost writing mode. You put this down, not like that. I can't put it down here, so it'll be slightly different. You put this down. If the ghost writes in it, it has ghost writing as an evidence. Cool. Next up, you've got the ultraviolet light. Now this is a glow stick because it's tier 2, I think. And when the ghost touches a door, it has a chance to leave a fingerprint that you can only see using ultraviolet light. So you take this, you turn it on, click, and then when you walk up to something, it will light up. And if it has fingerprints, bam, it's fingerprints. Cool. Next up, we've got the spirit box. Now this thing is very cool, and it also has something to do with this, the response to. So you basically walk into where the ghost is, you turn it on, and it will start to scan through frequencies. Now if you look at the screen, don't mind about the number means nothing, the 100 milliseconds means nothing, FM means nothing, the battery means nothing. What you're looking at is the bottom right, the X and the ghost. Now in the top left, if I activate my microphone, it turns black, which means that the game is detecting that I am speaking. In the bottom right, it shows an X. The X means that the spirit box understood your question, but there was no answer. Cool? Nice. The ghost icon is kind of useless because if the ghost responds to you, it will voice through the box. So you don't really need to look at the black ghost, but if you wanna, you can. I'll slowly demonstrate how this works. I've no flashlight, but this is Tanglewood. This is a small house. You walk up to the door. There's the camera that I was looking through in the thing. You unlock the door, slide it open, and welcome to Tanglewood. Now I've no lights, so you're not going to see much, but I could say, "Are you here?" And I came up an X. So the game understood what I said, but there was no response. So the ghost is probably not near me. I'm going to turn this off. I'm kind of creeped out. Actually, I'm going to shut the door. Fuck off. Alright. Uh, yeah, nice. Sorry. I just had to check if the recording was still going. I'm paranoid, right? I haven't done this before. You've got your thermometer. This shows the degrees of the room you're standing in. On the left, it's Celsius for the normal people. On right, it's Fahrenheit for the weird people. The lower this gets, the closer the ghost is. Or if the room of the favorite room of the ghost is cold, then bam, you know you're in the right spot. The higher it gets, yeah, whatever. That's the thermometer. You've got your EMF reader. This is a little electronic device that will light up whenever the ghost does something. So if the ghost throws a book and you walk up to it, it will likely go to 2 or 3. If the ghost does a ghost event where the ghost physically spawns, doesn't kill you, but it's just there to scare you, it will go to 4. And in some cases, if the ghost has the evidence, it will light up straight to red, called EMF level 5. We'll go through evidence before I go into the house after I do the items. Next up, we've got a photo camera. This is basically just to get extra money. So you walk up to something. If the ghost stood in a salt pile, you go down, bend down, bam, take a picture, and then a picture will appear in your journal. Fairly straightforward. Gonna take a selfie. Selfie. Anyway, next up, you've got. So these are all the evidence items. These are all the items that you need to use to find to get the ghost type. From this side, these are all the extra bits to help you out. Crucifix. You put this down near the ghost, and if it initiates a hunting attack, it will burn the crucifix, and the ghost won't be able to attack. It can only be used once at tier 1, twice at tier 2 and 3. Also, that light turned off. That looks very scary, actually. That's kind of creeping me out. But yeah, that's the thing. Sound sensors, you put them down, they listen, any noise that's around them will appear there. Bam. Quick and easy. Salt, you put this down. If the ghost stands in it, you take a picture, and you can also just use it to find out where the ghost is. Fairly straightforward. Parabolic microphone. This is a spy device that will mount a headset to your character, and when you turn it on, if you hear the game, you will hear it quiet. Very, very quiet when I turn it on. Ready? Just like that. Everything will sound like it's outside of noise cancelling headphones, and whatever I'm pointing this at will amplify the sound of it 200% and play it through my headset. So if the ghost does a little quiet laugh in the corner, you'll hear it very loud. And this can also pick up stuff that the human ears can't. Cool parabolic microphone. Love this item. Very cool. Next up, you've got the sound recorder. This is a new item that I'm still getting used to. But you turn it on and you walk around, and if the ghost is speaking or whatever, you can record it by holding it on, and it goes into the thing. And that's one of the objectives I have this game, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to play a full investigation. I'm just going through the main stuff to help you guys out. That's the sound recorder. Right here, you've got your incense. This is basically your protection during attacks. So if the ghost is hunting and looking for you and it sees you, it will begin to chase you. And this thing, as long as you have some sort of igniter, either matchsticks or lighter, when you press the button, I'll demonstrate here, when you press the button, it will burn. And as long as that's burning, the ghost cannot see a thing. So it cannot attack you, it cannot kill you, but it only lasts a very short amount of time. Less than 5 seconds for the most part, less than 7 if you have some sort of ghost or a better incense. This is a motion sensor, very straightforward. You put it on the wall or the floor. If the ghost walks through the detector, it will beep. Fairly straightforward. You've got your candles. It will provide light as long as you light it with a lighter, like that. And you put it down, it will stop your sanity drain, which we went through already. It won't completely stop it, but it will make it drop less. Your sanity will drop based on if you are alone. So if you're in a room on your own, it will start to drop. If all your friends are in the truck and you're on your own, you will start to drop sanity. It will drop if you see the ghost, if the ghost touches you, or if you're just stood in the darkness. So this provides a slightly slowdown to your sanity drain whenever you're, just playing the game. Head-mounted cameras, fairly straightforward. You put them on your head. People can see them through here. You've got your igniter. I already have one. I can't hold it. I can hold it in my hand. This is just a set of like igniters that you can use to burn the incense, like so, or light the lighters. Very straightforward. Sanity medication. Very straightforward again. If your sanity is on 60% or 50% or whatever, you can drink this or consume it, and it will slowly start to regenerate. Basically, like a health potion, pretty much. And yeah, that's all the items. Now, next up is your journal. Your journal on console, I think for you guys it will be triangle or the touchpad, and you open this. Now, everything that I've said is kind of explained here. However, it's very complicated, so I think you guys should listen to me rather than check this. But by all means, do. It goes through payments, cursed possessions, which I'll get to in a few minutes. Gathering evidence. It shows all the evidence types, whatever. But here, so the two pictures that I took will appear here in the media tab, so you can see what I took a photo of and how much it's worth. Obviously, it's worth nothing. I took a picture of the sky and the floor. You have 5 deletions, so I can press this, delete, and it'll go away. And you've got your videos, so with the video camera you can take videos and they'll show up here. You cannot watch the videos, however they will show you what you recorded and how much it's worth. And the same with the sound recorders, you can listen to what you recorded. And bam, we've made it to the evidence tab. Now, we've got every ghost type in the game here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24 ghosts in the game currently. They all do very different things. Some are strong, some are really strong, some are oh yeah, and some are weak. I'm not going to go through them all and what they do. However, just know that it's not all sunshine and rainbows with these guys. They are out to kill you, and some will fucking ruin your day. But some will make your day. And up here is the evidence items. So in here, everything on this side of the truck is labelled here. You've got EMF level 5, UV, ghost writing, freezing temperatures, spirit box, ghost orbs, and dots projector. Now, each ghost has 3 evidence, with the exception of one. Each ghost has 3 evidence, and when you click an evidence, let's just say I go in there and it displays EMF level 5, bam, I press it. And what it will do down here is every ghost that is in bold has this evidence, so it can be one of these. And every ghost that has been grayed out, it's not them, because they don't have EMF level 5. Next up, let's just say we say it's dots projector, so it will narrow it down again. So as you've seen, Spirit had EMF 5 but no dots, so it's now singled out. And we've gone down to 4 ghosts: the Wraith, the Oni, the Goryo, and the Raichu. And let's just say we put another evidence. So in this case, I'm going to put freezing temperatures, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the Oni. And it is. So let's just say we're all playing together. We get EMF. Katie says, "Oh, I seen the dots. I seen the ghost go through the dots. Cool." And Maya's like, "Oh, it's freezing, by the way." Bam, bam, bam. Oni. So the ghost is an Oni. So we've now done the main mission. Now, obviously, we have to do the optional objectives, but whatever. But for the most part, that's the game finished. We done the objective. Cool. Another thing to note is obviously you could have any combination: ghost orbs, ghost writing, freezing temperatures. It's a revenant, spirit box, UV, ghost orbs, which perfectly aligns with what I was about to say next. Every ghost has 3 evidence except for one, which is this guy right here, the mimic. He has 4 evidence, which if I get rid of ghost orbs and put freezing, it's the mimic. However, the mimic will have ghost orbs, even though me pressing it singles them out. Kind of hard to explain. I'm not going to do it here, but yeah, every ghost has 3 evidence tied to them. You press, and it will narrow it down for you based on what you gather. Double clicking will cross out an evidence, so if you know that it's not going to be freezing temperatures, you can cross it out. Cross it out, cross it out, cross it out. Cool. That is the journal. Now, I'm going to go into the location, and we're going to have a float around and see what the plan is. Oh, perfect. Yeah, so here's the demonstration. So right now, since I opened the door, the ghost is now active. So it probably threw an item here, threw an item again, and now it's just pissed off. So currently, it's not hunting. I know I said when it gets to 10, it's hunting. But for the most part, that's what that means. But yeah, it was pissed off for a second, and now it's back to 0. So the ghost is doing nothing again. That's kind of scary, actually. Kind of scary. Let's just see if I can get a spirit box response, because that's my favorite evidence to go with. But yeah, let's go in and have a little look-see. Now, I won't go through everything, but I'll go through. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, so that was a ghost event. So right now, actually, I'll run back to the truck really quickly. My sanity has probably dropped a little bit from seeing that. Yeah, not really actually. Yeah, so seeing it, not really as much. If you touch it though, that's when you're that's when you're in bother. Anyway, let's go in. So you've got your rooms where all the ghosts could be. You've got the living room. Now this is just this map specifically, so it's not really a great test. Um, you know, whatever. And here's the breaker. This is the fuse box that I was talking about. You turn it on, it turns green, and then bam, you can flick the light switch, and the light switch works. Same with this one. Bam, turn that on, turn that on, turn that on, and ha, we have a ghost. So as you see, there's a cup on the ground. The ghost just threw something. I don't know if you could hear that. I hope you could. But right now, I'm gonna test the spirit box. So I turn the lights off because the ghost doesn't like lights. It is in here because it's cold. And let's see. Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Are you friendly? How old are you? Are you here? Okay. So, in this case, the ghost didn't respond to me. It still could be Spirit Box, but it's likely not. So what you'd normally do is, okay guys, it's not answering me, I'm going to cross out Spirit Box. Cool. Again, I'm not going to do a full investigation. It will take too long, and I need to get this video out as soon as I can. But we're going to go through a very important thing that gets overlooked in tutorials, which is hiding. Now, Phasmophobia works in a way where the ghost will... Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was fucking insane. So, um, it might actually be Spirit Box now that I think about it. Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? There you go. It was Spirit Box. That scared shit out of me. So the ghost responded to me. You heard his voice. So we actually put down Spirit Box. Now I already know what ghost this is because of what I just seen. It's a poltergeist. It done a special ability that only the poltergeist can do. It's a poltergeist. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. But yeah, that really got me actually. That scared me. So back to hiding. Now the ghost will not know where you are when it hunts unless a few things are in place. First of all, every ghost can detect electronics. So right now, I currently have an electronic turned on, my flashlight. So it doesn't matter where I'm hid. If the ghost is near and I have this turned on, it will know where I am. It will detect your equipment. So make sure when you're hiding to turn off any electronics you have. This is fine to be on. This is a matchstick. Yes, it has light, but it doesn't matter. It's a matchstick. It's not going to detect my matchstick. This, however, is a flashlight. That was a ghost event, so my sanity has probably dropped a little bit. It will detect this flashlight. Now, hiding spots are the main thing. So the ghost, when it does know where you are, it will chase you. It works off line of sight. So what you want to do is you want to try dodge and weave around corners to make sure the ghost doesn't see you. Because if the ghost ends up losing you, it will search the area where it last saw you, but it won't know exactly where you are until it sees you again, or until you turn on a piece of equipment. Hiding spots. So in this map specifically, in here is a hiding spot. The closet. You open the doors, you walk in here, you shut the doors, and you've got a hiding spot. Now, I'm stood in here, the ghost can still detect me. Why? If you said because my flashlight is still on, you are correct. So what you want to do is, let's just say the ghost spawns right there at that little white cabinet thing. And oh no, it's chasing me. And the cupboard is here. So what you want to do is you want to turn the corner so it doesn't see you, turn off this flashlight, jump in here, bam, you're safe for the most part. Now it can still find you, but it's probably not going to. Also, let me not forget this. The ghost doesn't understand what you're saying, but it knows when you're talking. So in the bottom left, I currently have push to talk activated. You can see that little white microphone. So the ghost can hear me right now. However, I can just turn it off, so it can't hear me. But if you're hiding like this, and I have my microphone turned on, if the ghost walks past and I'm like, "Hey Katie, I think the ghost is hunting," it will go, "Oh, I can hear Sean speaking. Let me just open this and kill him." So the ghost can hear you when it's hunting. So what you need to do is make sure that this is off, hide without it seeing you, and shut the fuck up, because it will know where you are if you speak or use equipment. It's scary, I know, and it's very hard. I'm not expecting you guys to get this on the first try, but that's kind of what you want to do. For the most part, that's it. If you die, basically how you die in this game is the ghost will hunt and it will search for you. I'll actually make it hunt and I will let it kill me. Um, Actually, I'll hide first and then I'll let it kill me. So, when you die, the ghost will do a little animation and you will become a ghost. You cannot speak to anyone, but you can hear everyone, and the ghost will not attack you. Obviously, you're dead. You just run around as a spirit. Everyone you can hear, but no one can hear you. That's why this game is best played in voice chat and in game. Um, Speaking of, you've got two ways of communication. You've got local push to talk, sorry, I play on push to talk. That's just kind of how I work. You've got local chat, which is your voice. So, yo, can I fucking help you, dog? Yo, that kind of scared shit out of me. Actually. It's drawing things. So you've got local talk, that's just a normal voice, which this game works off 3D audio, which is cool. So let's just say Katie goes down to the basement in there. I can probably hear her while I'm up here, however she will actually sound like she's downstairs, so you will be able to hear her, but she will be muffled, as if she's actually in a different room. That's how this game works, it's very cool. Alternatively, you've got global chat, which for me, I press the spacebar and you'll hear a little flicker, like that, which means that I am now speaking through my walkie-talkie, so everyone can hear me, as long as I have this on, as long as I have this pushed in, which for me it's push to talk, but for you it will just be open. So everyone can hear me right now. However, like I said with the hiding, this counts as an electronic, and it will also distort whenever the ghost is near. So if I try use my walkie-talkie while the ghost is near, you will hear a very, very disgusting, just like static sound, and everyone else will hear it. But if I try speak to them, they won't be able to hear me. So if you want to talk to everyone on a big map, use your walkie-talkie, or if they're next to you, you can just speak to them normally. That's voice chat, and it's fucking awesome. I love it. It's such a good feature in this game. Right. What else was I going to say? Cursed possessions. There is 7 in the game. Now these are very dangerous. These will kill you if used wrong, but they will help you tremendously if used right. This one is the haunted mirror. Looking into it will drain your sanity, basically your health, rapidly, but you will also be able to see exactly where the ghost is. These are a deck of 7 or of 10 random cards. Some will help you tremendously. One of them will kill you on the spot as soon as you pull it. It's called the Hanged Man. If you pull the card, you're dead. Doesn't matter where the ghost is, you will drop dead on the spot. Don't touch these, and also hide them from Maverick. They're a dickhead with them. In here you've got the monkey paw. Depending on your difficulty, you have X amount of wishes, so you can say, let me not have my microphone on actually, just in case it works. You can say, I wish to see the ghost, I wish for, I wish for help, I wish to be safe, stuff like that. You won't use this a lot. In here you've got a voodoo doll on this little thing. Pulling it will force the ghost to do an event, so it'll throw something or it'll spawn or whatever. However, if you look at the heart, it has a pin in it. In the off chance you accidentally pull that pin, the ghost will start a hunt, so it'll start to search for all the players to kill them. Down to the basement, you've got the summoning circle. This is a pentagram. Lighting all 5 candles will spawn the ghost in the middle. It will do a little animation and it will chase you. It's very dangerous. And the power's turned off, thanks ghost. Here you've got a Ouija board. Everyone knows what a Ouija board is. You can ask it where it is, how old it is, do you like me, and don't forget to say goodbye before you leave, or else the board will burn and the ghost will be very, very unhappy and it will come to search for you. The ghost is having a field day in here with this fucking equipment. Next up, we've got, is it 1 or 2 more? I think it's just 1 more. We've got the music box. This will play a beautiful tune, and the ghost will start to sing and walk towards it. And when it touches it, when it touches it, the ghost will begin a hunt. It's very cool, very scary though, very fucking scary. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I'm missing one. Anyway, these are very dangerous, so we're not really going to be worrying about this. Right, we're going to demonstrate a hunt, and then we're going to demonstrate a death. So I'm going to play the music box, and the ghost is going to come search for me. Everyone ready? Let's go. You can hear the ghost singing. La la la. Here it comes. Come on. Don't be afraid. Don't. Come on. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm in here. Is my mic on? Hello, I'm in here. Joseph, I'm in here. La la. And it closed. Okay, so what happened there was the ghost just didn't come over here because he's a bitch. So that's what happened there. However, I'm going to peer through this and it's going to break instantly, more likely, and the ghost will search me. Everyone ready? So right now my mic isn't on, but for you guys it will be, so you can't speak in this. And you can hear the ghost in the other room. You hear it? Oh shit. Okay, and that was a hunt. That's what a hunt sounds like. So in that situation, you need to hide, stay out of the ghost's way, and don't die. Now I'm going to demonstrate the tarot cards because I love these, and we're just going to play a little game and see if Sean has bad luck. So we're going to sit in the closet, and I'm going to tell you guys what each card does depending on what I pull, and then I'm going to die. First card, the Hermit. This will lock the ghost in its favorite room. So in this case, it's the kitchen. So the ghost cannot leave the kitchen for the next 90 seconds. The Tower. Okay, so what has happened here, you guys may ask? My sanity is probably 0, so I basically have no protection, and the ghost will just randomly start to hunt. So right now it's just searching for me. I'm gonna die, just to help you guys out, or to demonstrate to you guys, but yeah, so it will randomly hunt depending on how low your sanity is. Since mine is 0, it's gonna be very often. So we're gonna let it die, we're gonna die. Hello, Mr. Ghost, shit. And I'm dead. And just like that, you are sent under the ground and you are dead. Make sure you circle whatever ghost you think it is. For me, I know this ghost, despite my lack of testing, I know it's a poltergeist. So the game will end whenever everyone's dead or whenever everyone leaves. And it will show you the contract summary based on what you did, what you didn't do, if you died, and what the ghost was. At the bottom, there you go, I was correct. It was a poltergeist. You get your XP depending on how much money you get. In this case, I got 200, I lost everything because I died, and that's game. Yeah, that's about as brief. I know it's not very brief, but it's the best explanation I can give you guys. I hope it helps. If you have any more questions, just message me, or if we're talking, just talk to me, or whatever, and I look forward to playing while Katie's streaming. Love you guys, and thanks for listening to me yap for probably about fucking 200,000 minutes. Anyway, best luck to you. See you later. Oh, I got it on it and recording.